guys. Um, so I woke up like 5 minutes ago. So I'm going to show you how I do my skincare this morning. And also we're just gonna have a little chit chat about life. The overarching theme of this week's video or videos to be like career moves. We're also going to do a bit of exposure therapy. So I'm going to film myself in public, which I know can probably be quite scary for some people, but when I head into the city today, what we're going to do today, I'm going to take you through my skincare because some of you wanted to see what I do for skin. The skin's not looking great, but it's okay because we're still beautiful. But I'm just going to tie up my hair. Just ripped the skin on my lip, which is really dumb, but anyways, today is a beautiful day because I get to wake up and do this, and I have all 10 fingers and I have all 10 toes, and I have lungs at work. So today's a very good day. I keep skincare really basic. I don't really believe in a whole like 12-step thing. Like, I keep it so simple. I have to use things that look like it comes from a lab because then I know it works. I just use this, you can buy this at a pharmacy. It's like, but if we're on the topic of career moves, I am currently in a phase where I'm trying to decide what industry I want to be in. Like, I understand that, you know, careers are not linear, and that's absolutely okay. But I'm at this critical point where I'm like, where would I like to go with my career? I was on the phone with my parents, and they were sending videos of me when I was a kid. And they told me, you know, you always loved taking videos, and it's actually kind of true. Wait. It's just nice and clean. I think this is actually for your body, but I use it on my face and like everywhere. But I use the La Roche-Posay, whatever, in a French accent. But I just use this, and that I know is going to work. And also just like a basic moisturizer. Like, okay, there you go. When I'm gonna put on sunscreen now. During the evening before moisturizer, I use either or of these. Like, I was maybe about 18, 19. I started my own brand and business from my bedroom. I think that's what really sparked my interest on how people build, but most importantly, how people build better. And what actually makes a great company and what actually makes people believe in something. Wait, sorry, let me just show you this. But for sunscreen, we're going in with this. This is actually a really interesting brand because they kind of adopted a similar strategy to The Ordinary, and I find it a really interesting case study. They were acquired by Unilever, or HUL, which is Hindustan Unilever something, HUL, but it's a part of Unilever. And it's the biggest DTC deal in India, which I think is really fucking cool. Oh, can I swear? Really cool. I think I put too much, but it's okay. But basically, it's the biggest DTC deal in India, and I think that's I think I've put too much. Because I think right now, where the beauty industry is, I feel like there's just a plethora of beauty brands. Like, it's never ending. Like, every day there's a new beauty brand out in the market. Every 5 minutes, it's like this celebrity has a new skincare brand, this celebrity, this influencer, this. And at the same time, a lot of what everyone is doing is very much marketing driven. Makes it also like kind of fascinating how it really isn't about reinventing the wheel. It's about having a product that actually provides value and basically how the market responds. Like, so much so that I'm actually wanting to adapt my thesis for my master's. I'm sort of leaning towards, now I'm it is too early. I'm sort of leaning towards like what makes people believe in something, like investor sentiment, and also how to predict the success of a brand or product. I feel like the behavioral science behind like what makes people believe in something, like I find that really interesting. It's the L'Oreal Paris Plumping Tinted Serum. Not really sure how true that claim is, but I'm beginning to think it's a bit light for my skin. So my dad, he actually studied journalism, and my mom, she actually dropped out of high school, has worked in human resources for a few companies. She had a business a while back in events, but I wouldn't say my family, were business people per se, or that I came from a very, business orientated background. I suppose it's that idea of, wanting to do things differently from generation to generation. It's absolutely okay to be the first person to do things differently in your family, and to want different things, and that's absolutely fine. I think that's kind of the beauty of generations evolving, and the next generation getting better than the next generation, getting better than the next generation, and the cycle kind of continues. But I started my business, I created a product, I put together a website and called it a business. Thing is though, when you're 18 and you don't really know anything, you don't really know what it takes to run a business. And then you're like, oh shit, I have to run the rest of the business. To think about things like, marketing strategy, and you have to think about things like social media strategy, and it puts it into perspective for you, all the things that really go into starting a business. But I think that one of the most beautiful things about entrepreneurship is that it's something that you only really learn by doing. There's nothing that, university can really teach you about, starting and building your own project. Using a Sephora mascara, but like this little mini. Okay, so I have to just focus for this part, but you can put like a tad just to bronze up the face. Like literally a tad. This idea of building and creating something from nothing, because I guess it ties into that idea of resourcefulness. Kind of been someone who has never really liked waiting on people to give me permission to do something. I think it's this idea that, like always having to wait, like why wait when you can just create something now? You don't have to wait for permission to do things. Like, you don't have to check in with people around you. You know, is it okay if I do this? And always regulating and ensuring everyone else's emotions are intact before we really go out and do something. And I think it's also just about learning as women that you can absolutely do anything that you want to without asking people for permission. And you most certainly don't have to, you know, wait for the right time to start something. You know, you're not magically going to receive this, you know, boost of energy once you have this, or once you get this job, or once you know this person, or once you... The time to start is now. Even if that feels a little messy, or it feels a little, you know, like things aren't really making sense, or things just don't click, the time is now. I think I've lost my train of thought. What am I saying? Why am I waiting in order to like make something of myself and my life? Like, why am I waiting? I think let's do blush. Okay, we're doing Rare Beauty. I'm also kind of happy that I have started this channel, because in most situations I really am the only South African, just in terms of like my international experience. It's just nice to have a outlet where I can take all, I think there's like 19 subscribers, all 19 of you along with me. And we've done makeup. I think she's really like natural and simple, and also kind of glowy. So I'm just going to throw on my outfit for the day, and then we're going to head out. So it's a bit gloomy, so I need to keep warm, but yeah, I'll see you now.